City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is city. I met all my best friends, and I wanna thank every brick. I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. Oh, you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ike's place while we'd roll up a blunt, and me and Jack would get stoned, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this.
City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel and I roam till I find that. But I'm full of adventure, so I wander and I venture, and it's safe to say that really I don't mind that. I book a flight to try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm Xavier, then I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. Where people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion, and it's mine.
How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. Me and my hometown, baby, we go way back. All the situations, circumstances, still we don't mind. Steady going on, I dance around the street lights. Hey, I know every street sign, hanging around the block. Like if you are my friend, then you are welcome any moment. Yeah. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
What it do, Beef Stew? What it do? Welcome to the show. I am your content creation coach, Doc Rock. Yo, people, if it's your first time here, do us a favor. Let the family know so that they can give you your proper flowers. Everyone can welcome you to the clan. Yeah, man, still buzzing, still high. No drugs, just action. It's been pretty incredible last week or so. Today we want to get in some things because, gang, it's mid-October. We have 2.5 months left until year is out. So what that kind of means is it's time for the check-in. It's time to, wind up your clock, start your countdown timer. If you're Paul, flip your hourglass and check your sundial and get ready to close out the year like ain't nobody business. Really though. That's what it's time for. As we say around these here part, it's time, y'all, for a little bit of BS and a little bit of drum to feel your soul. That's what we're talking about. So what we're going to want to do today is we're going to take some time to make sure that we close out the end of the year with a bang. We're going to set ourselves up for success. We're going to tell ourselves what that success looks like, and we're going to do stuff to make it happen. Some of y'all still wondering why it's not happening, but you're not setting yourself up for success. So I'll give you an example, and then I'll say hi to my people, just in case you stay for 2 minutes and you run away. When I was bodybuilder, yes, I know, I used to be a bodybuilder. It was crazy. One thing that I learned from my coach was, as soon as you get home from work, job, like whatever you're doing, change into your workout clothes. Because the easiest way to skip a day in your routine is to have to be sitting on the couch after you had your, back then I drank soda, came in the house, would plop on the chair, drink some soda, check the email, see what was up on ESPN, and then I'm sitting there going, man, I got to get up. I got to put on my workout outfit, got to get my gloves together, get my powder, all of that mess, and then head out. And so what happens is now that becomes a decision, right? Do I want to sit here in this chair, or do I want to take my butt to the gym? Seeing as I never placed higher than fourth, I made a lot of the latter decisions. But the guys that were killing it, those guys went to work with their workout clothes on. I couldn't do that for where I worked, but yeah, it's one of those things. You got to set yourself up for success. So let's go on and say what's up to the family real quick, and then we'll dive in. Tony, what it does, brother? Good to see you here. We got Silver Lining, home place in the building. Mahbu, hi, and welcome to this edition of Filipino Beat. I am your host, Billy Panda. And no, sorry, wrong show. Mr. Camera Junkie, MCJ. What's up, Rumi? House Prince Aiden. And then we got Victor Baque in the house. What's up, Victor? Appreciate you, fam. It's okay. You can use whichever one you want, bro. They're all the same to me. You can't come in with 2 accounts, though. That's just cheating. Mr. Paul Duncan, Mr. Moderator Supreme. JFK Productions. Why you going? Everything Chris, brother. Everything Chris. Gigi, the hostess with the mostest, all the way over on the East Coasters. I represent you, ma. How's Ivy Rose? Dickie Sarkazian in the house. What's up, Dickie? Mark Sequence has made it to the show. What's up, Mr. Mark? I always see you hanging out over there with Papa Luigi over there. Okay, Christy Ramsey. How you doing? I love this icon. What is this all about? I like it. Super dope. K-Walk, what's up, Prince? Good to see you here. Man, Kathy, man, I had such a great time meeting you. You're an amazing human being. Yeah, I can see how you do what you do. You're a rock star. I really appreciate you. Hello, Gretchen. Welcome back after hanging out with the grandkids for a bit. Buck Nasty. What's up, Mr. Tom? Good to see you here. Fam, thank you so much for the shout out in the video the other day. I know this sounds weird because we're friends. I still get a little fangirly when you say stuff about me. I don't know why. I guess because I watched your channel and was like, I think this guy's an amazing creator. Like, I want to get to that level at some day. And it's funny to me, Diana and I both talked about it when we were in the telly one day, and Diana, Luis, and I were in the telly. We're sitting back having conversations, mostly talking smack. But one of the things that we all agreed upon, it is a little bit surreal to have a creator such as yourself, who we all look up to, that we can call friends now, and that we talk on a regular basis. And yeah, it's surreal to me. But it goes a little bit into what I'm going to talk about today. So hold that thought. Just know I love you, little brother. I appreciate you and HR so much. You guys are quite amazing. And it still blows my mind that, like, I get to talk the talk. I know it sounds crazy, but it is what it is. Let's see who else is here. Oh, here we go. Now we changed. Now we changed icon. What's up, Dragon? Now he changed it. Drag. What? Now I can't even say the first part. I liked it when it was Drago. Anyway, glad you're here, young one. I appreciate you. You're working hard, and that, my friends, is dope. Inspirational Connection TV. What it do? How are you doing? Brocky. What's up, brother? Canadian Swing. What's cracking? Everyone's here. Oh, there's a tech troublemaker. Good to see you here. I appreciate you. Man, you know what? It's funny. I came home and I thought I would be like lagged and just want to like recover. I still had so much vibration from the concert. The conference. It kind of like wound me up, bro. I have been like the most irritating Energizer bunny the last couple of days. It's kind of funny. I have declared stream bankruptcy for the time ahead, but there you go. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Everyday Tech is here. Miss Eileen was cracking. Paul with the hourglass. That's super funny. Jerry, another killer dude I met from the conference. Good to see you here, Jerry. I appreciate you. Mr. Parker, welcome. Dave, what's up, Gens? Good to see you here. No relation to Ruth, but I used to tease him about that. David Hunt is in the building. Was cracking. Bro, I missed you guys last week, too. It was quite amazeballs. Okay. Oh, Viget Holger is coming from Deutschland. I appreciate you, bro. Viget Hammer. Let's see. I'm just checking. Prince is doing good. Everybody is here. All right, cool. Now I think we got everybody. We are ready. Oh, I see Mark got himself some mic covers. Everyone asked the question, so I made a link now. It is literally docrock.live/mic covers. Then you can find it. You can find it. Thank you. Yes. Let's do that, fam. I'm all about it. All right, so we're going to talk about some stuff. Right? You like my fangirl noise? It's like, ah! I do it all the time. I do it out loud all the time. So, it's just one of those things. And yes, K-Walk, I am with you. I'm still 100% high on Albany. It was absolutely incredible. How's it going, Jay Wise? Welcome to the party. I appreciate you. Miss Ivy Rose is doing good. Papa Luigi is Luis. I was calling him Papi Culito. Like, I have all kinds of names for Luis because that's what happens. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about first and foremost today, because, again, I want to make sure that we are working our way into the end of the year, and we're working our way into the end of the year on power. People who are members of the Drop Squad, today, class, we're going in. So you better do your stretching. You better get your calisthenics together. If you guys are wondering what we're talking about here, I don't know why when I was gone, I came back and all my scenes point to the wrong camera, but that's okay. No biggie. We're going to go in today in class. We're going to dive deep. We're going to just rip a couple muscles, get ourselves ready to take out the end of the year like nobody's business. We're going to be creators on fire. So if you're not a member of the Drop Squad already, I promise you, jump over to the BMAC page, get yourself in there because today class is going to be cray, as they used to say. Nobody says that anymore, but it was a thing. I guess I should turn on my overlay there, Doc. How about this one? All right. Anyway, so meanwhile, back at the ranch. Why do you not do what I tell you to do? Tell him about it, Rasta man. Tell him about it. Hold on, we. Why this one don't come true? On check. Oh, here it is. It's hiding down here in the corner. Wow, that was dumb. Okay, now I found it. Alrighty, now we're done messing around. Lock the overlay so you don't make any more mistakes. Here we go. Okay, so one thing we have to do to set ourselves up for success is make sure, fam, seriously, lean the hell in, adjust your earbuds, tell everybody in the house to shut up, but pay attention. We have to make sure we are not rehearsing failure. Let that soak in, because we do it all the time. Every human being sitting here right now, every swinging Johnson, every heartbeat, every pulse, we do it all the time. One of the things for anybody who deals with anxiety, this is a known quantity for when anxiety is basically practicing failure before it even happens. You already have in your mind what can go wrong before it even happens. Like, I'll pick something light like sports. You're going to go in and you're going to say, man, I had a couple bad practices this week. Hamstrings feeling a little funny. Stomach is churning. Today, man, I hope we don't go out here and lose this game. You know what happens? You lose the game. When you start rehearsing failure, when you start telling yourself what you can't do before it happens, you are setting yourself up for that, right? When you're having negative cognition before you get started, you are setting yourself up for failures, right? So when you say, I can't do X, you're right. When you say, this is impossible for me to do, you're right. So you're setting yourself up for failure before you get started. So you got to ask yourself, and you got to be serious about yourself. I can't tell you what you say to you. But when you set yourself up ahead of time, you're setting yourself up for failure. And yes, Mr. Sequence, failure is absolutely the best teacher. But that's not what I mean. I mean blocking yourself from even succeeding or having the capability to exceed because you're psyching yourself out before you get there. There's nothing wrong with failing. Let's not get it twisted. Failure way to success is probably one of the dopest things ever said. But because so many people get paralyzed by the fear of failure, they don't even get in the game. They don't even participate. So there are creators right now with a dope mission, dope stories to tell, something to talk about, and they're stopping themselves because they don't believe they can be Tom Buck. You ain't supposed to try to be Tom. Tom has a hard enough time being Tom. It takes a lot of practice to come up with all them stupid jokes. That was a stupid joke. You see, I didn't even practice that one. That one just slipped out. It takes a lot of work. I mean, I can tell from Homie's production value that he absolutely cares about his product. I can tell the level of work that he puts into his product. I can tell the level of love and care to make sure that he is giving us the best information. What's also funny is I can tell that he's a little hard on himself, trying to make sure that he delivers us a dope product. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you're being hard on yourself to make sure you deliver the dope product, there's two ways to look at that. You can look at that from that's a bad standpoint, or you can look at that from the positive light that he cares so much that he want to make sure that he puts on a good product that it can become, I'm speaking, Tom, if I'm speaking out there, you can slap me. It can become a point of contention or a point of anxiety for anyone to make sure that they put on their best for the people that they are working for. But what I want to say, or what I hope you guys can take away from this, because this is me too, being a recovering perfectionist, I get caught in the weeds sometime wanting everything to be exactly right because I want to make sure that you guys get what you get. Hey, thank you, Mr. Homesick Mac. I appreciate you, Dragon. So what had happened was you start like, oh man, I got to make sure, or I got to fix this, or I have to fix that, or I have to adjust this. And then you end up not releasing your product because you're focusing on trying to make sure it's perfect because you think you're people are going to be like some type of way. So what you have to learn to do, and this is extremely taxing, instead of an on-off button, perfect, not perfect, let's work with a dial, right? See, on-off buttons are binary, right? On, perfect switch. Off, jacked up. Let's work with a dial. Instead of trying to get that exact perfect, let's work with a potentiometer. So today is a day I got a lot going on. Today is a day I'm dealing with my parents. Today is a day I'm dealing with customer or traffic or a headache or a sneeze or diarrhea, whatever. Dial the perfect back to 90 and give yourself room to be cool with that. Now I'm not saying dial it back to 20 and hate your product, not fulfill your mission for your people, right? But too many of us, present company included, treat that joint like a switch. Like you're on or you're off. And that, my friends, is not healthy. But a dial, a Rodecaster Pro, if you will, hit the fader. I'm a DJ, hit the fader. Just fade it back a little bit. I'll bring it in the mix to like 95%. I'll bring it in the mix to like 90%. You know what? Today is absolutely effed up. I can only pull 80%. That's what y'all getting. That's what I want y'all to do while you're trying to hammer out the rest of this year. I want you to start looking at your potential. I want you to start looking at your end product. I want you to start looking at your mission on a dial. You can adjust it accordingly so that you feel comfortable. It was crazy. Like, I was watching a conversation on the couples table, and I was like hearing Heather, and she had me scared. We had a conversation after, so to speak, and I know where she's at now. I feel better. But she had me scared for a minute. Like, I was about to jump on the plane and fly my butt to Cali. I was like, no, Heather, not you. You can't do this. But she can. She has every right to do it. You know, but then later, as we had a chance to discuss things, I know where her head is at now, and I feel better. But it had me freaked out because I give a crap. You know what I mean? So, gang, if we can work with a dial and adjust our, I don't even know what it is, our potential. That's why it's called the potentiometer. Hello. If we can adjust our dial, then damn you, Tom, that's not funny. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. And I was going to say bad words, but then I see Miss Eileen. Look, I'm getting hot talking to y'all about this. I got to come out my sweater. No, for real, fam. I care about what you guys are doing. I care about all you guys, and I want to make sure that everyone succeed. And I'm super hard on myself. Like, yeah, I mean, it's funny. Diane and I, it was great just to spend a week with her and Luis. But yeah, gang, if we can work on adjusting it to more like a dial so that we don't beat ourselves up, it's going to be beneficial. Now, we're going to talk some more in a second, but let me check on you folks. Paul said, I spent too much time focusing on his success. Wait, if you spend as much time focusing on his success as you do on the failure, imagine where you would be. 100%. 100. No, you can't be Tom Buck. It's super. You got to be handsome with bad jokes. So you're kind of jacked. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Diana and I were talking about this, and Luis and Glenessa, everybody. I was telling them we were at dinner one day, and I was saying one of the most endearing things as a creator, and I want you guys to know this because we probably don't talk about this a lot, is watching you guys have entire relationships in the chat. Like, you guys having entire conversations and getting along and missing each other and caring about each other in the chat is one of the most endearing things to a creator, and applaud yourself. I don't care if you're in the middle of the grocery store. If you're at Piggly Wiggly right now and just knuckle up. Just knuckle up, okay? That's it. It's just one of those things where you have to take a moment to celebrate each other because you guys are awesome to each other. Thank you, Victor. I believe that the dial methodology is a little better. You know what I mean? I think too many people think of their performance or their potential on a like 4-part scale. And I mean 25%, 50%, 75%, 100. Some people think of it like as a 0 or 100 scale. I think you need a dial like 0 to 100 and give yourself some space. Hey, I don't even mind if you put in like decimals in the integer, like 99.7. Give yourself a better range so that you can adjust accordingly. I find it awesome. Yeah, dimmers is also a good idea if you consider yourself like shining light. Good, good, good. A dimmer switch is something we control. Dial it to the brightness you need to glow. And but not wake the grandkids. Come on, Gretchen. Come on with the see. Photographers speak visually. You know what I'm saying? Like that, Gretchen. I like that better. The dimmer is good. Thank you, Mark and Gretchen, for that. I think the dimmer is a dope analogy. Yes, you can't pour from an empty cup. Oh, Mark. Please don't talk about empty cups this week. We are traumatized from the horrible coffee we had in our hotel. It's just funny. Yes, potentiometer. Excellent reference. Now let that sink in. Thank you, Brock. I appreciate you, bro. Tom, of course I care. And again, I would have used my fruity language, but Miss Eileen, I can't go broke. I got to save money for buying Christmas gifts. What's up, Jimmy? I appreciate you, bro. No, man. Like, see, Jimmy, this is prime example, fam. We beat ourselves up over projects, bruh. You and I talked about this many a times. We get into a thing or we get into a rut, and that, man, self-talk is the loudest. Okay, I take that back. Self-talk is the second loudest. The actual loudest, Luis freaking Vega. Bruh, that dude... All right, I'll stop snitching on Luis. But yeah, self-talk is the loudest, and it's kind of crazy. Hey, thank you, Kombucha. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you, mommy. You know what I mean? And thank you, Paul. I appreciate you as well, sir. Oh, bruh. The bad coffee was, fam, we tried all kind of tricks. We got K-Cups. We tried that. I almost killed Katie. I made the first K-Cup for her, and I almost got fired on the spot. That coffee was so bad. It was like, that was boss abuse. It was really, really horrible. Right. Thank you, Tech Troublemaker. Very good. I've been telling people about this, about your gear. If you're thinking about something in your Gear Fest and you're curious and you're kind of like waiting for Black Friday, I wouldn't do that if I was you. This came up the other day. We were talking to Miss Michelle, and, you know, she was just asking about, you know, if the Rodecaster Pro goes on special. First of all, according to Camel, the lowest price has ever been is about $6 cheaper than retail. So that's not really a sale. But I wouldn't wait around for Black Friday stuff, bro, because like Tech Troublemaker just said, the supply chains is getting nasty. I mean, it's getting real nasty. Apple released Apple Watch, and normally there's hype. The store says sold out, you know, on the site, but you can walk into the store the next day and getting it. Nope. This ain't happening. Not if you want a 44 millimeter red GPS. The Keeley edition. Can't get it. So, again, oh, there she goes. What's up, Queen? Good to see you here. Victor say, I beat myself up over work projects, and then I work on the streaming stuff, and I'm happy again. Yes, Victor. Yes. You have to find that thing that you can dip to if something is driving you crazy, right? We got dogs. If I'm like something is driving me crazy, I can go play with Osaka, and he's borderline ignorant. Like, he got problems, but he's my ignorant, so I can go play with him, and all he wants to do is get the rope. Right. And then I can take solace in the simplicity of his mind let me get this rope. You throw it. I get it. I bring it back. I drop it down by your feet and then pretend to pull it for a little while. I let it go and you throw it again. And we could do that like 10 times. And then I'm going to quit and go get a drink of water. And you got to go get the rope. And I just look at you and go, stupid human. This is Osaka on a regular basis. That's my G. And sometimes if you got small children, you can take solace in just seeing what they're into, right? So I'm working on my presentation in the telly. Not really feeling it because I don't like presentations, but, you know, I got to add some visual because, you know, Dan them put 2 beautiful screens. Luis and Diana were having a conversation. I'm over here playing with my presentations, kind of not feeling it. Trying to tell Luis to be quiet before we get kicked out. And then I look over and Prince Aiden done ninja'd himself out the crib. He's sitting on the floor, like scooting across the floor, like getting ready to go attack my shoes. And I'm distracted for a minute, just looking at Prince Aiden and laughing at him having a good old time. And then I'm able to go back and do my presentation because I realized, you know, looking, you know, fresh from the mouth of babes, like, go back to when you were relaxed. Go back when you were a kid. Go back to when there's all the stress of the world, if you will, and just, you know, be more childlike. Let's see. I put up a picture not to be so hard on myself. Yes, 100%, man, 100%. Very, very true. All right, I'll check my email. I thought I saw something yesterday, but yeah, you know, it's going to be funny, man. It might even be longer than that. So let's get ourselves together. Okay, so besides self-talking ourselves out of things, besides setting ourselves up for failure, besides talking ourselves into I can't do this, I can't do that, let's adjust it, right? So we all know this, right? Let everybody in the chat right now, let me know if you know this. Hands up, thumbs up, snap fingers, whatever you need to do. Do your 2 snaps up in the Z formation. How many of you guys come to the conclusion or the realization or you fully understand that comparison is the thief of joy? How many of you guys recognize that? Comparison is the thief of joy. Now, the funny thing about this, we compare ourselves in situations we know we shan't compare ourselves. And we tell ourselves that we're not doing it, but we do. Right? I hear the words come out. And then you say, oh, no, I understand I'm not supposed to compare. But you done already said it. You can't take back certain things. You know what I'm saying? You cannot take back certain things. You cannot. Okay. Let's just say this is a knife because, well, it's a knife. Right? I cannot take this knife and then go right here into this vein and then just like, oh, my bad, mulligan, close it back up. It doesn't do that. So even in jest, right? Not in jest stomach, but in jest as in, haha, jocularity. Even in jest, I'm Puerto Rican. Of course I got a knife, Mark. You cannot say something heinous about yourself and they go, no, I understand. I'm not supposed to, and then try to pull it back. Right? I do it. I'm not infallible. I'm not infallible. I do it all the time. And every one of y'all do it. You just might not know you do it. So, for instance, I can give you a couple for instance, right? Again, this came up recently. People are talking about this kind of fitness thing. And one person's marveling at the accomplishments of the other, and the other person's marvel about their accomplishments, but they wonder why this one did seemingly better You can't. It's genetics. It's DNA. It's chromosomal. Those are definitely not to be compared. But we do it all the time. I mean, I was a competitive bodybuilder. Like, that competition itself is jacked up because it causes this stuff. People say, you know, Facebook is the number one cause of not Facebook. Instagram is the number one cause of depression in adolescent females because of this comparison analysis. And it's easy to blame IG, but some of that is on ourselves as well, right? Some of that is on ourselves as well because we get into the habit of comparing ourselves. So we block our joy. We block our ability to know what's popping because we start comparing ourselves, right? And you can't do that. Give me 1 second, gang. Done. All right. You know how we do. You just can't. You can't. So, okay, I'm going to go to you guys in the chat because I want to see where we're at. But let me cover Miss Diana. She said it. This is exactly what I was fixing to say, but she said it, and you guys can hear it in her voice because it's nicer than me. I don't know how to make this any more country, but the subconscious mind does not understand a joke. It only knows what you say. Damn, you can't go away that quick. I'm trying to read it Barack Obama style. It only knows what you say and says yes to what you say, right? The subconscious does not understand that as a joke. Point blank. Period. Point blank. You cannot make those joking statements about yourself because, truth be told, you kind of sort of really mean that. That's what you really think about. Those jokes you say about yourself, you kind of really mean that. So you got to stop that. Now, it's funny. Okay, let me fix this. No, maybe I shouldn't fix it. Well, I'm going to just talk out loud and you tell me I'm stupid or not. Some people, man, I'm messing myself up right here. Comedians love self-deprecating humor, right? Some of those are the best comedians out there. Kevin Hart, whatever. You ever notice the people that commit suicide the most? Comedians in the entertainment space? Because some of that self-deprecation is not jocularity. Like I said, you can't even say these things in jest. Right? And it's extremely hard to stop the self-talk. But when you catch it. Talk to yourself about it. Fix it in your head. And then forgive yourself for saying it. Don't beat yourself up over negative self-talk. That's not help either. But you have to adjust it in your melon, right? I mean, we're talking minor stuff. Just the other day, and I don't know where she at, but just the other day, Glenda was saying she got her brand new ZV-E10. And she said she was waiting for her daughter-in-law to come to teach her how to set it up. And I was like, no, you don't get to do that. Diana has a video on it, soup to nuts. You know Diana really well. You see her in line like 4 times a week. Go watch it and get started. And then the conversation came up about, oh, I thought the ZV-E10 came with a thing that lets the lens cap, flap when you take it off. And I was kind of explaining that, it used to be a thing, but they're actually a bad idea because I myself have ruined an entire wedding not knowing that the wind was the entire time in the video. Now we have software that can help take those noises out, but the wind, all you can hear was the lens cap banging against the camera like over and over. How I missed that, I don't know. And I was never able to fix that audio, so I ruined the wedding video doing that. So no, you don't want your lens caps dangling off your camera. When she says, oh, but I might lose it. You can buy a freaking 3-pack of lens caps for $8 on Amazon. Who cares if you lose it? Any photographer out there, Gretchen, myself, Mr. Camera Junkie, Diana, I mean, that's the ones I know off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more. Any photographer in the chat right now, tell me you haven't lost at least, I'm going to just go ahead and say 10 lens caps. You know, it's just a thing. They go. They just happens all the time. So, but that just the beginning of opening a box and setting up this brand new piece of gear you love and already start thinking of ways you can F it up, that is not good for the dome. It is not good for the melon de cabeza. It's just not. So it seems small. It seems simple, but we got to stop all that. All right, let's check in the chat. Freaking Tom. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Yes. Go ahead, Sinead. Sing it. Nothing compares. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. He finna cut somebody. Bruh, exactly. Exactly, Ballard Vibes. Learn to compare yourself with yourself. That is, it's funny, bro. Laura, you ain't never lied. It is self-abuse. It's exactly what it is. It's self-abuse. And it is extremely hard. I'm not going to look you down this camera and say this is easy, but do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it. Like it was said in somebody's chat yesterday, be scared of it and do it anyway. Oh, that was Kurt's chat. Okay. Best thing about being off the grid for a bit is the focus on my photography. I've been so wrapped up in trying to get videos right that I had lost the real thing, the love making beautiful photos. Holla back. The real thing I love. Okay. You know that comment about me and Mr. Right or being Mr. Right now? In this particular case, it's better to be right now than it is to be right. I have a video on the channel that tells you folks that visibility right now, visibility is more important than ability, right? That is from my boy Ash. Ash was a guest on the show. Back it up. You can find it in the channel. He talks about it. But for right now, where we are in this time and space, visibility is more important than ability. But don't use that as an excuse. You still can always be upgrading your skills. You know what I'm saying? What's up, cuz? I'm glad to see that you made it. I get it, and I think I do it in a different way. I compare myself to others. I compare others to me, a.k.a. if I can do it, how can't you? I got it. I need to stop that and accept, things not everyone else may. Exactly. We had this conversation a little bit ago. Instagram is 98% food pics. Mine's was, and then I changed it. How you doing, Soroyo? Good to see you here. What comments are peeking through the overlay? I'm curious. Oh, I got it. Thank you, Bruck. Ooh, see? Hey, fix this. Unlock. Hey, go away. Unlock that. Leave that. And then unlock this. Okay, man, behave yourself. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Brock. So what happens when you get excited and you start moving things? You know what I mean? We're square. No, we're square. All right, I appreciate you, boss. All right. Hey, Ruth, good to see you here. I appreciate you. This is why you see good people. Thank you. This is why you need good people around you to speak life into you. 100%. 100%. Like, our friends and family can, just jack us up. And, now I get what Gretchen was saying. Robin Williams. Exactly. Exactly, Robin. I'm not Robin. Gretchen. Exactly. Man, I can't speak English today. Be a comedian. Work on your funny bone. It's a good reflex to have good defenses. And use it as a weapon eventually. Oh, I'm somewhat of a comedian. Miss Diana Gladney is full-fledged comedian. 100%. She is one of the most hilarious. Okay, Miss Diana lost some of them lens caps. Yep. And so is Gretchen. 25 plus. I think I'm with you, man. 25 plus. I literally buy them in like a 3 or 5 pack from Amazon in 82, 67, 77s, because that's basically what I use. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that they're here. They're always good. Oh, well, we're going to have to get you a camera. There we go. See, Mr. Camera Junkie has lost them, right? Easily. Lose them all the time. Sometimes you find them again, but yeah. Dude, you dropped the cap off the Eiffel Tower? That's crazy. Yes, that's crazy. Yep, new camera, new supplies. All right, I'm glad. Okay, I like this. Just don't consider it to be a good trip if you don't lose at least one. And then also, one thing about being a photographer is you find them. If you go to places where photographers tend to be, you find lens caps all the time. So in Japan, they do something cool. If you go to like a temple or somewhere where there's a lot of people taking pictures, there's a part where you go in, especially when you go into the inner sanctum, you have to take off your shoes. So there's like a stack of lens caps over there for all of the people that have lost caps. If you come back to retrieve it, they will just set it aside for you. So thank you, Gloss, man. So good to see you here, brother. It's been a hot minute. I appreciate you. Bruh, thank you. This has been IV straight into the vein that I needed today. No worry, bruh. When you say this scares me, I'm terrified of, you're teaching your brain to respond with the physical sensation that could be excitement and decided it's fear. Thank you. Oh my God, Keely, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I mentioned this many times, and I'm glad Keely brings this up so I can bring it again. I know some of you guys know this, but the funny thing about knowing, I almost said it, and I saw Miss Eileen's name popped up. The funny thing about knowing stuff, or sewage, inside joke. The funny thing about knowing stuff is, are you doing it though? Right? Miss D talk about learn and do all the time, but a lot of people be knowing stuff and they still do it anyway, which is kind of jacked, because let's get it twisted. Fear and excitement physiologically to the body is identical. Same hormones, same endorphins, same like reactions, chemical reactions, identical. Fear is the same thing happening in your body as an orgasm. Kind of sort of why some people like the S&M. It's also why thrill junkies, right? Speed junkies, right? People that like to do dangerous things, all the same. So when you are a little bitty children and you went to the edge of the balcony and that excited you, you were curious to see what was out there. You were curious to see what's going down. Excitement, just excitement. You guys get it together. We'll get into that. All you doubters, I'm a paramedic. We'll talk about this in a second, but yeah. So your parents done came up and told you, get away from the balcony. That's dangerous. Or your sisters or your siblings or somebody came up to you and told you, get away, get away, get away. So now you maybe have attached the excitement and the thrill you get from looking over the balcony into some fear of heights. When you're a little kid and somebody throws you in the air and catches you, you're like, ha, 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 right? When you become an adult and enough people have told you that you're going to hurt yourself, now you're afraid to even jump off of something about your height, 4 or 5 feet, because you're afraid. Somebody taught you that and you held on to it. You see what I'm saying? So, yes, they are identical in the body. And for those people that doubt, as a paramedic, I can tell you there have been people who in accidents have let fluids come out of their body in an accident because they're similar. Physiologically to the body, they're similar. So, yeah, just is what it is. You definitely have to get over the things that you tell yourself are scary. Especially, I brought this comment up so many times in the last week, I'm going to sound like a broken record. A camera has never pulled out a left hook, but people are saying they're afraid of being on camera. A camera has never popped you in the eye. You got no reason to be afraid of it. Your fear of talking in public, somebody taught you. Go back, dig in, get deep, sit down. If your legs ain't broken like mine, cross your legs, sit somewhere quiet, tell everybody to leave you alone. Maybe you need a little ayahuasca. Maybe you need some Macallan's 12. Maybe you need a joint. I don't care. Get deep with yourself and find out who was the person that told you you're not good at public speaking. I'm curious, and I'll take the feedback. Let's go figure this out. Because when you were 3, we couldn't get you to shut up. Don't believe me? Go find one of your nieces and nephews. Hey, uncle, did you know that the dinosaurs used to roam and then it was walking around and Tyrannosaurus was like this and then the pterodactyl came. Tyrannosaurus slapped the pterodactyl. And then there was in the cave and then the caveman was there with the dinosaur and the dinosaurs and then the cave and he ate them. Tell me you've never had this conversation with a 3 or 4-year-old. Tell me you've never had this conversation with a stranger 3 or 4-year-old. Excuse me, mister, did you know the human head weighs 8 pounds? Like it's a joke in a movie, bruh. Somebody told you that you're not a good public speaker. Somebody told you that you should sit down and shut up. Somebody told you our kids are to be spoken to when spoken to. Somebody gave you all of this unnecessary nonsense that got you running around as a grown folk talking about you can't be good on camera. You're not good at public speaking. There's no gene as public speaking, but everything is a skill and all skills are learnable. When you sitting here talking to the camera, you're not in the freaking public. You're in a room with yourself in a ZVE-10. If you're in a room by yourself with a M50, sorry, your life sucks. I'm just saying, bruh, like somebody else gave you that crap and then you owned it and now you are repeating it to yourself. A camera ain't never beat no one ass. Ever, ever, ever. Think about it. Go find out who told you that. Now, I've come to some thoughts and I overcame them. But when I was a little bitty children, I went to public school for up to like 6th grade, and then I got to go to better schools. But I remember I hated when the teacher would say, oh, let's read this paragraph aloud. This is my guess, I think where most of us got it. As you can tell, I'm bespectacled. I was properly bespectacled since about 6th grade. Up till 6th grade, we didn't really have any money, so I didn't really have good eye exams other than what they gave us at school. And even then, I have a good memory. So I thought the idea of an eye exam was to get it right. So when we did like our first one in school, which is probably like 3rd grade, I go to the wall, and at that time you were like this. How many old people we got here? Remember that you just did the shapes. You didn't have to read the thing. You just had to know which direction the thing turned, right? So I go to the chart and I memorize it. And then when it's my turn, I go there and I'm like, nailed it. You know, I'm looking like, oh, remember Mantronics. And then rock the box. Anyway, so I'm over there breakdancing, and they're like, oh, kid got 20/20. No, I memorized the chart. You know, as we finally get to where, you know, we're reading in class, and the teacher calls on you, and then you're like, Johnny, run, Spot grabs Bone and begins to run. Johnny runs after Spot. Oh, after Spot. And so, yeah, you know, you're doing the stuttering, the whatever. Come to find out later in life, as an adult, I understand. My classmates go, oh, you're dumb. My classmates go, you belong in special ed. My classmates go, you're ignorant. My classmates go, you dumb, insert racist terminology. What was popping, can't see. So the page is a blur. So I'm guessing what it says based off of what I heard other people say. So I'm using my memory and building sentences on the fly in my head. So what does that equate to? When you get to middle school and high school and they call on you to read, you break out in sweats instantaneously. You can read now. Glasses work. Dyslexia, not a problem. But I'm afraid if I read this, I'm fitting to sound ignorant. You hear? This is where a lot of us got it from. We got it from kids not knowing how not to be assholes. We learned to judge folks from about kindergarten. We learned to be those a-holes judging everybody from about kindergarten. And it starts out with teachers making you read aloud in class. And honestly, they should stop that because everyone learns differently. But they try to make us the same, and then it makes people feel a certain type of way. Luckily, I got fixed later. I had a teacher that found out I was in special ed and got me out of special ed, actually put me in talented and gifted, and the rest is history. But, you know, if it wasn't for one hippie teacher, I was a couple, bottles of Ritalin and lithium away from being a drug addict probably. So, yeah, like these things can change, bruh. Anyway, let me check on you folks. Paul says, chemical releases in the body are the same. It's how you have trained your body to respond to them. Gangster. No, I was a paramedic in the Army. When I got out, it was completely whack in Hawaii. They would not accept any of our credentials from the military. They wanted me to go to school all over again, and they wouldn't let me clept out. So after about 6 months of trying to take all these classes, I was like, screw that. And at that time, my DJ career was banging. I was making more money doing less work. So that happened. I don't think I'll ever address it, but I know who taught me and never had the nerve to fix it. But now you got to fix it yourself, player. Like, I know it's tough, but it is. Like, I know a lot of that mess came from my dad, to be honest with you. I had a conversation with my grandkids. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yes, people are jerks. And why crush? 100%, bro. 100%. The only time my niece is quiet is when she's gaming. Nice. Yes, everything is figure-outable, Leo. I don't know if I said hi yet, Leo, but hi, Leo. Good to have you here. I'm messing with you, bro. You know me. Yo, what's up, Mr. Me? Good to see you here. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, 100%. Even that thing about scared of needles, bro. We learned that from somebody else. When you're a little kid at first, you don't even know what they are. You have no idea. Somebody else scared you into that, and now you're stuck. Okay, Gretchen is old enough to remember hand signals for the eye exams. Yes, didn't know I needed glasses until high school. You know that Mantronics is really great. Mantronics is boom. Thank you. Kat remembers that old exam as well. Hey, what's happening, Side Hustle Shuffle? Good to see you here, Jim. Good to see you here, bro. That was me in the 8th grade reading like that. Yep. What's up, Melvin? Good to see you here, boss. I had a counselor in high school tell me that I would make anything out of my life. I was almost 49 years ago, and it's a voice that I still battle with. What you say impacts people. 100%, bro. 100%. You know what? I had those same kind of conversations in high school because I was bussed. Like the government thought it was a good idea to pick up, children from the hood and send them out to the burbs, and that somehow was going to give us better opportunity. Nah, bro. We got beat down physically, mentally, like all of the above. It was whack. Even the teachers were mostly racist. Again, most of it from upbringing, not from maybe really being racist. So we took a lot of, all of us kids that were bused back in the day, that was an experiment in freaking ignorance, bro, because it really messed people up. It took me a long time to get over some of that stuff. Right. There you go. Exactly. On paper, I was fine as well because I can put my head down close. Rob, don't buy anything. I like this. 100%. All right. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. I gave up. You know what's funny? I retired from DJing probably about 6 months before the S hit the fan. So I was lucky. I got out just in time. Yes, what you say impacts people. I'm battling that now with someone who was vital in my life. I had to let go. Hurt people. Yes. Hurt people. 100%, bro. I remember running away as a kid when I saw the needle. Bro, but somebody taught us that. When you're a little kid, you don't even know what it is, bro. You really don't know what it is. So somebody taught you that, and then you stuck with it for the rest of your life, bro. Actually, I've delivered the needle in the spine. I myself, did I? Oh, yeah, I did have a needle in the spine once, but I used to deliver it or not. You're an educator. I have to choose all the words and phrases not to tear it down, but uplift. Man, again, another teacher. So you, Tom, K-Walk Comedy, who else in our tribe? We got a lot of teachers in our tribe, which is amazing because you guys are dope, bro. You guys are dope. I was so lucky that 3rd grade, I had a teacher who was kind of a hippie that told my mom, take me off the drugs and just stimulate the brain. And there was probably more good in there than bad. But, Catholic upbringing and stuff, they just thought I was possessed. It's not even a joke. It's why I'm kind of anti-religion now, because for the first couple of years of my life, they just thought I was possessed. It just turned out I had ADD, but we didn't have a diagnosis back then. You were just bad. It's kind of weird. In Mexico, they give you a shot once in checks of the or cheeks. Yes. Yes, I had my knee replaced. Exactly. Keely got both of her replaced because she's badass. She's a robotic Keely. So, gang, in closing, because I need a lot of break before class, because class, we're going in deep. Why are you throwing things on the floor there, Class, we're going in deep today. As you can tell, I'm in a mood. Yeah. So, what I want you to do is start making some preparations for yourself. We got 15 days left in this month. We got basically November and December. We are going to close out this year with a bang. LGL fam, I want you to make a promise to yourself. You ain't making a promise to me. You make a promise to yourself that now is the time that I'm going to crank up. You can forgive everything you did this year. Like if you slacked off, you backed off, family got in the way, whatever, forgive yourself now, right? I'm going to give everybody a splash of the holy water. Dominus, ominous, ominous, dominus. I catch the bus, you catch the bus, we catch the bus, suck your bus, whatever. Over. We're going to clean slate it. 10-15, clean slate it. We're going to set ourselves up for the rest of the year. I want you to get your pen and your paper and just write down. Like take a piece of paper, fold it in half. Write down what you plan to accomplish for the rest of the year, what you're going to do to stick to it, what success looks like, and promise yourself to forgive yourself if you don't nail it. But also promise yourself to have a conversation with yourself if even after this hour-long ass kicking, sorry, Miss Eileen, you still slack off. And I'm going to check you guys on New Year's Eve or so and see how we did. I'm serious about this. If you just listening in your car, fine. Come to the end of the thing, rewind it when you get home, and then write it down. All right, everybody here get a piece of paper, split it in half, and do those things. What I'm fitting to accomplish between now and the end of the year, what does success look like? What steps are you going to take to make to make sure that you stay on mission? Promise to forgive yourself for failure, but also promise to have a deep, philosophical, truthful conversation with yourself for not stepping up. I done told y'all I'm dead serious. We will start pruning folks that don't, you shut it. Folks that really don't want to play the game, we're going to start pruning. And I'm cool with that.
Sorry, I'm still...
Siri, ain't nobody talking to you. I'm cool with that. If you don't want to play, just say, I like being here. I don't want to play. And we're cool with that. We will forgive you. We will love you. I will even take a shot for you. But to show up every week to me, Miss D, Miss Heather, Mr. Tom, Miss Eileen, like to show up to everybody's feeds and not really participate the way you know you can is disingenuous to you, to yourself. You're letting yourself down. And honestly, it's disingenuous to us. Because I can speak for all of the people I mentioned and some I may have forgot. Most of us care what you do. Most of us care how you succeed. But there are some people forever. Like I have learned, I love spectating racing. I do not want to go back to being a race driver again. It was an expensive hobby. About killed myself, got a lot of speeding tickets, and finally got off of the expensive insurance. I thought I wanted to be a racer. Turns out I'm a better racing spectator. I will watch racing on TV. I no longer want to be racing in the car. So if you want to watch this kind of uplifting content creating stuff, dope, come. You are absolutely welcome. As we say in my land, e como mai, welcome. But don't fool yourself if you're not really about it. You're absolutely welcome to be here and watch. And then, like 2 years from now, when Kali and Keely and Diana, myself, Tom, Heather, Mr. Camera Junkie, Gretchen, like when those of us have passed you by, just give flowers. But don't spit out, oh man, I could have done that. I ain't even better than me. Because I'm telling you that now. I'm telling you now you can do it. I'm telling you now that you can be. Okay, I remember, swear to goodness, I remember watching Tom's videos and saying, man, he's a great creator. That dude is dope. I had 2 chances to make 2 conversations. One conversation is, I can do that. And one conversation is, man, I could never be that good. You listen again. I'm going to repeat myself. I hate repeating my damn self, but I'm going to repeat myself. I can pick any creator and look at them and go, man, I can do that. Or I can say, I could never be like that. That's the difference right now between those people who are rising and those people who are stagnant or declining. You're not supposed to compare yourself to the point where you think you can never get to that level. You got to compare yourself to the point where you say, yes, I can do that. And everything is a talent. Everything is a skill. See, that depends. Some of y'all say, oh, so-and-so has a natural talent for being on camera. No such animal. Camera presence is a skill. It's not a talent. I'm weird. I don't think there's a lot of talent out there. I think it's no such damn thing. I think it's a skill. The reason why Tiger is not a talented golfer. Tiger is a skilled golfer. That a-hole Tom Brady 12 is not a talented quarterback. He's a skilled quarterback. All of those things are learnable. Skills are learnable. Talents are BS accolades lazy people give to other people so they don't have to try to get there. Holla! Write that mess down with your pen. Talent is the excuse lazy people give to successful people so they don't even have to bombaclat try. I'm done. That's it for today. Russell Wilson's a D-bag. I'm joking. He's actually good. Go Hawks. All right, let's go back. Let me check on y'all. Whew. Let me go. All right. She got both of them replaced too. You and Keely with the bionic knees. There you go. Oh, all of y'all, all of us got metal knees. Welcome to the Metal Knee Club. Gretchen is a retired teacher. I was definitely the hippie teacher. Close the door. There you go. Celebrating and showcasing different talents. Exactly. Take that pass and that grace. Holla back. Holla back. All right, I'm ready for class. Been reading the membership economy and get. All right, girl. All right, I'm in. We go. Miss Eileen is telling me I got to send her a check. Dang. I might have to go do a manipulation soon too because PT got kind of, faded due to the situation. But I have been working on it myself using gua sha and stuff like that to loosen it up, but we getting there. All right. Boom. Hey, we don't say that word, Gretchen. Delete that comment. We do not use the O word around here. Alec, what's up, fam? Keely, my girl. Keely, I love you. Let's go. We're going to break it down. For sure. We don't use the O word around here. Alec, what's up, my brother? How are you doing? Yes. Don't worry. That caps is okay when we're talking about just getting it done. Boom. Here's the thing about pain, JFK. It's temporary in the mug, right? Some pains are permanent, but a lot of pains are temporary. And I think we start guessing which one something's going to be before we actually do it. You know what I'm saying? Trust all of us that got TKRs, we can tell you what pain is like. It is probably the closest thing that a man will ever get to childbirth is TKR. Like when they go to put When they go to put the titanium to your fib, this is how they put it on. Like they hammer that sucker in. Don't believe me? Go on YouTube, look up what a TKR looks like, total knee replacement, and just watch that surgery. I can tell you pain, bro. But it's irrelevant. That 3 weeks of pain is worth the excessive mobility that we all have now. So, yeah, sometimes you got to go through a little pain. Dudes, we ain't even allowed to talk about pain. We ruined somebody's life for a couple of weeks so that we can be here. And a lot of them have repeated the process. So we don't get to talk about pain in the face of women, bruh. I lived with 7 women. All of them had kids. We know, bruh. We know. We know. That's pain. What's up, Mr. Tony? Good to see you here, bruh. Hello, Angela. Good to see you here. All right, let's see. Chihuahua cheese and crackers. I'm curious what that is. Talent is the big holler back. Keely, man, thank you. Talent is seriously one of the biggest myths out there. There are genetics for a few immutable things. The rest is skill. Thank you. 100%. Dang, you did that in 2 years? Bruh, that's pretty impressive. Oh, Gretchen is in the Metal Knee Club too. There you go. Had a conversation with myself about myself the other day. I told myself on my radio show, no more tomorrow. Thank you, bruh. Thank you. No more tomorrows. Man, that's a powerful word. Because, like, I'm finna do something, I'll do it tomorrow. Man, those tomorrows are just jacked. Like, it's amazing, but it's amazing. Yes, that is me, too. Now my surgery is better than it was before. I mean, still some pain, but nothing like what I used to go through on a daily basis. Oh, Brian coming through with the woo! Obsession is a good substitute for talent. Brian, I'm going to screenshot this. I'm stealing it. If you see it on Instagram, I'll give you credit. Obsession is a good substitute for talent. Damn. I think we're all saying is pain is relative. It's up to our brains how we handle the physical sensations. Yeah, again, I actually know people that work in the industry. Like I used to work in the club the day after an event called the Dungeon. And the Dungeon is the event where everybody comes in dressed up like vampires and people would hang off the ceiling by their backs with hooks in their backs, and they would compare their testicular piercings and and a lot of us would look at it like whatever. They looked at it as expression, body mods and things like that. So yeah, like pain is completely relative, and it goes to the same as fear. Like these people have been taught to use their pain as a way of expression or use their pain as a way of pushing themselves or motivating themselves or testing themselves, or some of them just enjoy the pain sexually. Like I said, fear and excitement are kind of sort of two sides of the same coin. So, yeah, I mean, BDSM would not exist if it wasn't for the fact that people knew how to deal with their pain. You know what I'm saying? And now I have thoughts of Paul in his black leather outfit. Do not wear that mess to class, Paul. I'm just saying. Anyway, gang, I wanted to get that out there. I hope everybody takes that pencil and paper thing seriously. I ain't joking. Like, yeah, set yourself up for some wins, bro. We got a couple more days left in this year, and I think it's time to hammer this baby home. I'll be back Tuesday. We're going to get in. Tuesday, more than likely, we will be talking about what happened in the Apple event. But yes, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I really appreciate you guys for being here. I'm telling you, the last week fired me up. So if I'm in a little bit extra a-hole mood the next couple of, not my fault. Blame Roger, Wakefield, Roberto, Blake, Shelly, Saves the Day, Judy Fox, Meredith Marsh, Diana Gladney, and Dale L. Roberts, Vinay, my homeboy, all of them. Let's blame all the speakers from POV. They got me fired the F up. We are coming in hot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot. Love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. We will see you on the next one. I'm telling you. Whew. It's been a crazy, crazy, crazy week, fam. Crazy. Make sure, if you guys are interested, come and check out class. Like, it's going to be fire. Hey, I want to test something out real quick. I just made this in Canva, and I'm curious of how it is. Okay, well, I made that in Canva. I forgot to check the music. Canva music sucks. Let me fix it. I'll just edit it in Final Cut, add some good music to it. But, yeah, I literally just was curious because I think Kali was asking me yesterday about some of the new video features in Canva. And, yeah, I literally just made that in Canva. So we'll fix that. We'll mess around with that. But it looks pretty cool. The music was not me, but, hey, we can get it twisted. All right, gang. You know what to do. And thank you, Gigi. I'll show you how I did it in Canva. It was super simps. Anyway, love you folks. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Please, everybody, spend some time today. Give yourself a couple of minutes and just refocus. Just reset. Set your feet firmly in the ground like a mighty freaking oak, and let's get ready to grow.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people. This is the city I met all my best friends. And I wanna thank every brick, I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ike's place while we roll up a blunt.